Good morning, everyone. We are in Cade's Cove area of the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
The Great Smoky Mountain National Park.
The Great Smoky Mountain National Park.
It's great.
So yes, today we're going to be touring Cade's Cove. It is the most popular place in the park, they say. Basically, it's an 11-mile loop. One way, and it's old farmland. Like, we're gonna see a lot of old buildings from the early 1800s. There's cabins, there's a bunch of churches, there's a grist mill, there's all kinds of, I think there's over 80 historic buildings along this tour, along this loop. It's one of the biggest collections that's still in existence today.
A touristy thing.
Definitely a touristy thing.
A rare thing for us to do.
We stopped and we had to buy a map, along with all the other hordes of people buying maps. So.
And we're staying at the campground just like a mile back here from the loop.
Yeah, we only have one night at the campground, so we're gonna do the loop today and stay the night at the campground, so we don't have to worry about where we're gonna be tonight. So I guess we'll just kind of hit the road and see what we can see. I'm really looking forward to wildlife, so I'm hoping we see some wildlife. Maybe we'll get stuck in a bear jam.
Stuck in a bear jam? Stuck
in a bear jam, yeah. We just took Pistol out. Now, there are some hiking trails, but she's not allowed on them in the national park, so we'll probably not partake in those. But, yeah, we're just gonna cruise today.
Let's cruise.
It's a wildlife cruise. I think I see turkeys in the field, but I can't. I don't know. They're kind of over a cliffy area, so I can't really. You did? There's a car behind us, so we can't stop.
Right.
But
in front of us going slow.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, they're turkeys. Okay, I see them. They're over there. Okay, well, you might not have seen him, but we did. You little bears. I want to see some bears. So you can see all this traffic, and then you see like there's a parking spot up here, but they've been jam-packed. So parking has not really been available for us at some of the sites, so we've just been having to drive by. But you know, we're here at a busy time, so not completely unexpected.
I would think it's not really fall colors happening yet.
Yeah, it's not popping yet.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
So this is slow.
Yeah, but this is just like peak season overall for this. Yeah. And this is like one of the most popular places in the park, so.
We're on a train.
We are. We are on a train. This is so unusual for us, but. Well, I'll just keep looking. I'm looking for animals.
Look in the trees.
Yeah.
If there's a bear in the air.
A bear in the air. I don't see another RV here, and I didn't see a sign that said no RVs. I honestly didn't. But we are a little concerned about our height, so we've been real cautious. But
no way to turn around.
Yeah, it's a one way, so. Okay, we finished Cade's Cove Loop. It was 11 miles. Parts of it were very stressful, and we'll tell you why. But it was very exciting. you know, leading up to it, I was excited. I knew there would be a lot of people, but I didn't really understand how many people would be there. And we left late morning for the loop. I would definitely recommend first thing in the morning. So there's a lot of historical spots you could pull over, a lot of buildings to look at and look in, cemeteries and all that stuff. But
they don't want you stopping on the road, so that it keeps flowing. So it just kind of moves at a slow, steady pace. It stops quite a bit though. But they have pullouts at some of the more, like the buildings, historical buildings. But they were pretty much full. Any spot that was open was too big for us.
Too small for us.
Yeah, because it's a very narrow one-way road, and with the places that the cars park, even some of them that were like a longer vehicle didn't pull up all the way. It was.
You have to get off the road to go around them.
Yeah, it was tight fit, but it was beautiful. I'd rather done it when the leaves were.
Yes.
The colors were here.
And first thing in the morning. That's what I would do again.
But the biggest issue was. So we're about 2 miles into it, enjoying it, looking around, and I realized
you kind of come to some low branches.
Yeah, I came to some. It gets kind of growed over trees and some branches. I had to go slow. They're kind of dragging over the Starlink and the air conditioner, and it dawned on me that as far as I can see, front and back, there's all cars.
And in any of the parking lots we passed. No RVs whatsoever, not even a camper van, nothing, just passenger vehicles.
I knew we didn't read anything about no RVs. We didn't see any signs. Like, there would have been a sign. There would have been a height warning. We didn't see any of that. But it's going through our mind that, but what if we missed it?
Yeah.
What if we missed the sign? And
what if we're not supposed to be on here?
What if we're not supposed to be on this road?
And
of course, your mind starts playing tricks on you, and you're thinking, okay. And now it's like, if I come to a low branch that I can't get under, or I guess we're gonna stop
holding up traffic,
and there's no way to turn around. There's no way out.
No.
And so I was like, this is bad.
So it went from excitement and adventure to panic, basically.
Not panic,
but just stressful.
I would say high concern.
High concern and stressful. So both of us were just basically scanning ahead to the trees to make sure if there was a super low spot that somehow we'd be able to pull over before we got to it so people could continue going on.
And I'm got planned contingency plans like, okay, if I can see a low branch early enough, I can find a place to get off the road far enough to let all the cars continue to go. And then it closes like at 11 o'clock at night.
Well, dusk.
Yeah.
So not that late. Dawn to dusk.
Dawn to dusk, okay. So I'm thinking I'll just have to stay parked and let everyone go through. And then it's empty. I guess a ranger will
escort
us
out
out
the wrong way
with a big ticket and a fine or something.
Well, that was it. I was hoping to see a ranger so we could ask, and then I also didn't want to see a ranger in case we weren't supposed to be there. So pretty much the last half of it was spent. Oh God. Oh no. And we scraped over quite a few spots. So we had our Starlink on.
But the problem was with the Starlink is there's no cell service.
Right.
But we'd have to stop to turn the Starlink on.
Well, no, it was on, but it was just fully treed. We could not get out.
Oh, it was on then.
Yeah, I had it on. I couldn't Google whether we were supposed to be there or not. There was nothing in the pamphlet that said no RVs or height restrictions. I was like, that's a good sign.
I kept trying to tell myself there would have been signs. Neither one of us saw signs. We're good at looking for signs. We looked at the pamphlet. We saw it, but once you're there and you realize if you did miss
there's no way to get out.
You're that guy. You're those people, and we don't want to be those people. So I'm like, how far now? How far now?
Oh yeah, and I kept trying to measure on the map with my. Oh, this isn't it. This is a mile, and.
Okay, the suspense is killing you. We made it through, and it is okay for RVs. We found nothing that says RVs couldn't be on there.
Which is what there are other roads here and some side roads and stuff RVs are not allowed on. And how tall are we? About
almost 12 feet.
Yeah, so I cannot fathom a bigger vehicle going down there.
I felt pretty big on that road just because we're so wide with the camper jacks and.
But can you imagine even a longer? Like some of those.
There were some tight turns. I wouldn't want to do it in a Class A.
Or a C. I just, yeah.
Right. I would love to be here a month ago when it's on Wednesdays. It's open to bicycles and foot traffic only.
Yes, that's the way
to
go.
I would like to ride it and ride it. It was an experience.
It was definitely an experience. And yeah, so there were quite a few spots where we were dragging branches over top. We have not gotten on the roof to see what's what. Our Starlink still works. So
well, it was just, there wasn't any stiff branches.
We were looking for big.
There was a couple I had to maneuver around though.
Yeah.
So I was glad I had the clearance because the pavement drops off to the shoulders, sometimes 6-8 inches.
Yeah, because they've repaved and repaved.
Yeah, so I was able to just drop down into the gravel and go. But yeah, we just thought we'd share that wild ride with you.
Yeah, so as far as wildlife goes, we saw 2 turkeys and 2 blackbirds or crows, and that was it. And
well, we saw deer right before the
we did?
Right before we entered remember right on the bank on the other side of the river?
Oh, well, that was the drive-in to the park.
Just before the
park, yeah.
But yeah, I would say we should have gone first thing in the morning, or late at dusk would be nice too. I bet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, afternoon was.
Yeah. Now some of the trailhead parking spots were open, but she can't go on any of the trails, and by the time we got to those, we were a little bit stressed and just trying to get out of there. So that was our experience. For us, I know we've said this before, we've been in other national parks, unless you get off the beaten path, it's just a lot of people for us. We've been to places that are just as beautiful with absolutely no one around. Of course, the history here is very interesting.
Yeah, this area has been occupied by, the natives for thousands of years, but it was like 1820 or 1821 that the settlers actually came in and started the community, and so there were some neat buildings. I would have liked to stop to look at some of them, but
and the cemeteries, I know you would have.
Yeah, I would like to check out the cemetery for sure, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I would come back if we're in this area again. I would come back and I would do it when I could just ride a bike and stop at every spot.
That would be
amazing.
Let's plan for that sometime.
Yep.
And then you don't care how many people. Who cares? They're on bicycles or walking.
Right.
I would definitely ride that, and then you could peel off at every building and every cemetery. That would be an event.
Just make a day of it.
Yeah, I would take her with us because that'd be a long day. But yeah, there was a company that reached out to us to test out one of their bicycles. It's instead of pulling her behind in a trailer, which she doesn't love exactly, it has a big kind of,
it's a cargo
cart. Yeah, it's a cargo bike, so it has like not just a small basket. It's for like you can push your kids in this thing in the front.
It's mounted on the front of the bicycle.
Yeah, so it's like a tricycle almost in a way. I think it is actually.
No, it's a
bike. No, it's a bike.
It's an electric bike. I think it's.
Oh, was it electric?
I think it's electric.
Oh, we don't know. Anyway, it looked interesting. I looked at the picture and I thought, oh, I could put Pistol in the front. And I think she would like that more. It had a seat in there and everything. And I could clip her in and she could look out.
That might be interesting. We'd have to store it at our home base in Florida. But
yeah. Well, that's okay. But okay. I would take it out with her in
it. Yeah. What's next? South?
We don't really know. Yeah, we are heading south. I still am trying to see some leaves, but we're a little early. But we are on a mission to get down to Florida. We're meeting friends down there. So we're on the timeline for that. But we're gonna stop in Georgia maybe. And
I keep thinking about, we've been to Tallulah Falls twice. We've done videos on it. There's the big swinging bridge and the
gorge,
bazillion steps to get down to the gorge. And last time we tried to do that gorge trail, which is kind of a challenging trail. It's not marked or anything, and we got most of the way through it, but we didn't have the right shoes for
the river crossings,
the slippery rocks down into a waterfall. So we I keep thinking we could
go back and finish that,
go back and do it again. It's
with better directions this time. Yeah. So we weren't quite sure what we were doing, but
so might do that. We'll see.
Yeah, that's on the radar. We don't really know, but yeah, we'll just see you down the road somewhere. Carry on.
Carry on. Thanks for watching.
And a very special thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel. Join us over on Patreon for extra videos and more content. check out our website or Amazon for our pistol book. Carry on.
Carry on.